city status in Athens.
You need to resign.
One protocol that sometimes arises.
Resign!
The people are having none of this.
Want to take you out to another story that we have been tracking very closely here, the latest on the murder of a nursing student on the University of Georgia campus. Court documents detailing the disturbing allegations against the illegal immigrant charged with killing Laken Riley, who you see right there on your screen. Fox's Madison Scarpino following the story from Athens, Georgia, joining us live. Good morning, Madison. We did get a lot of new information here, although there is still a lot overall left to figure out.
That's right, Josh. Some gruesome new details. Jose Ibarra, the suspected killer of Laken Riley's arrest affidavit, says that he used a weapon to seriously disfigure her skull. And the affidavit also says that Ibarra concealed the death by dragging Riley's body to a secluded area. The coroner here says the full autopsy report likely won't be out for several weeks.
These stories kind of makes me happy that I don't have a daughter. Because if I would live in a country where this kind of seems to be very normal or happen way more than it's supposed to, I would be worried too much. I hope the mayor is going to do something about it.
Many of the elements, we're here to listen.
You're a liar.
We're here to listen. There'll be time for questions.
You are guilty and got blood on your head for this murder, sir.
Many of the aspects that are ascribed to sanctuary cities
We know what sanctuary
are things that are disallowed by Georgia law. And we contribute a document every year to the Georgia Department of Audits indicating that we do not correspond to these definitions under state law.
Yes, you do.
And no policies have been adopted by the
Please
mayor and
stop lying.
commission
You're
that have
insulting
created
our
sanctuary
family.
city status in
Sir,
Athens.
You need to resign.
One protocol that sometimes arises.
Resign! You allowed
One protocol.
this to happen.
Imagine somebody is lecturing you that he never suggested that this town is going to be a sanctuary city. I'm like, okay, let's go to 2019. I love the internet.
The Athens-Clarke County Unified Government is welcoming to people from all lands and backgrounds and strives to foster a community where individuals and families of all statuses feel safe, are able to prosper, and can breathe free. The Athens-Clarke County Unified Government.
I believe that is a description of a sanctuary city, but hey, people are covering the story in a rather unique way so everybody is happy. A 26-year-old Athens man has been charged with murder in the death of a nursing student on the University of Georgia campus. Why did you lie to people by calling an illegal from Venezuela an Athens man? They asked Gemini to write the article for them. It does not surprise me, because if I write shoplifter in Google, for some odd reason I see way more white people than black people. I'm like, okay, must be a fact. But it is also a fact in Venezuela that the violent deaths fall to 22-year low on migration. Venezuela's rate of violent deaths dropped to its lowest level in more than 2 decades following years of massive migration as both criminals and victims fled the nation's economic crisis. You can read the rest, but it does kind of feel that specific people are coming over, and it doesn't mean the best people are coming over.
Humanity is the expectation of human dignity. While 2019 was not that long ago, you might remember the dynamic we were living in the late teens in this country, where you had the President of the United States speaking in the most vile terms about people who were foreign born. And you had that notion metastasizing in places like Charlottesville.
This is an invasion! When I was younger, I was a criminal. And you know what I thought about doing? Crossing the border to Mexico to get away from my crimes.
Son, I'm going to ask you to leave.
Jesus Christ, he saved me, and I no longer live that lawless life, which you do.
Son, I'm going to ask you to leave.
You are lawless, Mr. Mayor.
I'll be glad to schedule some time with you if you'd like some individual time.
Yeah, I'd like to spend some time with you.
Let's do that, but I need to continue.
I got a question.
Sorry.
I'm with me, the
Are you
people.
going
I
to
have a
rescind the
question.
resolution? Is that still in place? Does that give the impression this is a sanctuary city?
What?
No, you can't call it that under Georgia law?
What we wish to do is dignify everybody's humanity. There's nothing in that
No,
resolution
no,
that creates...
that's not the law. You took an oath to uphold the law, not your feelings or nor your opinions.
Chief, I'm
You
gonna-
called me a
That's what you're
white
upholding.
supremacist.
No, sir. You're talking BS to us right now.
I need to answer one question at a time.
Right here, sir. Alex
I'm going to continue my answer from a moment ago, and then I'll get it.
You called me a white supremacist in your resolution.
Well,
That was not nice to me, was it?
What-
we've had enough. and
what we wish to
have a
do-
right to speak. This is America still.
What we wish to do
Okay. All right.
is to understand,
Stop talking if you'll call upon me so I can ask a question.
that those families that are here came here under less than ideal circumstances.
Next one, yes, yes, yes.
You've discussed Porter here. Is this a part of the discussions? Is there a legislative discussion as part of this, or is this still the Republican position?
made it- look,
that it has to be done through the White House?
Let me make it clear. We made the overwhelming sentiment in that meeting is we got to do Ukraine now. And there are other issues, including border, which we should address, but not now.
Said clearly, you're not a priority. Just when you think it can't get any crazier, the brother of illegal immigrant who murdered Laken Riley, Diego Ibarra, also entered the country illegally. He assaulted a border patrol agent and got off by claiming it was an epilepsy. Then gets arrested 3 other times in Georgia, still here in the US. Everybody has dignity to live in this town. Why don't you go tell that to the girls? All I have to say, it feels sad when you have a lady full of life, doing her studies, doing the right thing to try to be a good person, loved person and everything, and she just jogged on the wrong day. And everybody is like, you know what, we need to sympathize with the other people because they're having a harder time. It just gives me a feeling of disgust that somebody in a government can literally tell me this person's life is way more important than the others, and you better not call him an illegal immigrant. He's an Athens man. I don't know. It doesn't feel very genuine to me. Let me know what you guys think. Like, share the usual.
Don't get me wrong, ma cosa kita bong. Buta fire na mi blonde, kush hash, purple skunk, criollo, colombici, jam, jam, turloqueta, verdeta, welcome.